What's going on, guys? OneEyedBandit back again with yet another video talking about more Dragon Ball FighterZ, and today we are once again back with the discussion, speculation of who could possibly be next for the next Dragon Ball FighterZ DLC. Now, these four characters, there's no way in hell they are going to be the next DLC. This is like super down the line stuff. I'm talking season 4, new game, season 5 even. These characters, they're not going to touch this season of the game. I promise you. I don't know if it's true, but I'm going to say this is fact. I can't speculate on this too much because obviously this is not going to happen. This is for pure discussion, but I think this is a really good topic because Goten and Trunks and Kale and Caulifla, these characters need each other to fight together. Obviously they both already have their perspective fusions in the game with Goten as well as Caulifla. These two characters are pretty damn good characters in the game already, and to have separate characters, separate entities of them, you know, it's not quite needed, even though, you know, Goku, Vegeta, Gogeta, Vegito, those characters are in the game, blah blah blah. I'm angry. No, just playing. But I think these four characters could have a really dope moveset when it comes to playing as them. I think Goten and Trunks and Kale and Caulifla, since they fight together, the way that they could be added into this game with their moveset could be really cool. I keep dancing around it, but I'm gonna talk about it right now, right here, right now. I think it'd be really sick to have these characters, because if they were to add them as one character, right, sort of similar to Android 18 and how you can fight as, or how you can bring out 17 to help her do her combos and stuff, these characters to me would be a lot different. What if, as you fought as these four characters, I'm saying if either or were to get added, right? When you hit your special button, the other character pops out and you can fight as them, you know, have slightly different combos, slightly different super moves, level 1s, what have you, and obviously for their respective level 3s, they could fuse and, you know, do their big attack. Imagine that. Just imagine that. You hit the special button and boom, pops out Trunks, and you're able to play as Kid Trunks. Granted, they wouldn't have a ki blast, but I think it could be dope because it would still combo. Like, imagine, you know, how you do Videl, how adult Gohan, obviously Saiyaman, great Saiyaman, he comes in and he punches the character. But this time, as you do it, you punch you use Goten and Trunks, you use your special button, and out comes Goten, but Goten stays in. Or you play as Kale and Caulifla, and as you do your special button, Caulifla comes in and she punches the character to continue the combo some way, shape, or form. Just alternating, you know, back and forth how you play with the character would be really cool. And obviously, if you didn't want to or something like that, you could keep Goten in the whole time, or Trunks in the whole time, or Kale in, or Caulifla the whole time. Just imagine how sick these combos could end up being. It almost end up being like you're jumping the opponent every single time you land a hit. And I really want to get you guys' feedback on this. But anyways, I think that's enough of me rambling. I think that is my interpretation of how I would want those four characters to come into the game. Obviously it would be either or, because, you know, you could have a similar character if they were to all come out, but I would personally want Goten and Trunks for this reason, because Kale and Caulifla, they fought hand in hand, like actually while holding hands, when it came to Dragon Ball Super, and then obviously they fused. Whereas Goten and Trunks, they will really jump you, bro. Like, they really about that business. But anyways, guys, let's just get right into your comments and just see what you guys have to say about Goten and Trunks and Kale and Caulifla. Now, my boy Besu, he is always there. He's always going to be commenting. I would say Goten and Kid Trunks on the grounds that they haven't done anything substantial since the Buu saga. Totally agree with you. I feel like Goten and Trunks can have so much better story to them. Granted, they just don't age. They have made it to where these characters don't age, and they have almost zero character development. Now, one of the reasons for this is in Japan, I don't know why, but when they do anime, they always feel the need to have a child protagonist in some way, shape, or form. That's why when Pan was finally, you know, born in Dragon Ball Z, at the end of Z, we finally got, you know, Goten and Trunks as they aged. Whereas now, since Pan is still a baby, she can't really do anything for us. They're going to keep Goten and Trunks looking like these children, and they have zero character development, and they are just there. And I think they could have a way bigger role because they're dope characters to me. I personally love Goten and Trunks. I don't see the Vegeta in his pride option. LOL, you're funny, cool. There is no choice. Caulifla and Kale are straight garbage. I disagree. Honestly, I personally disagree. Caulifla and Kale are, to me, are really great characters. They're the first female Super Saiyans within the show, and quite personally, or honestly, they're strong. That's how they've become Super Saiyans. I don't care that you are upset at Kale and Caulifla. Like, I don't see the stigma with hating them. Personally, I made a whole video about why people hate Caulifla, and that is probably the most arguing I have ever done on a video, why people just hate those characters. I think I just feel like people don't or can't understand the fact that characters can be strong without seeing them train. Goten and Trunks got Super Saiyan without training. Kale and Caulifla, you know, they were strong enough to get that form. All they had to do was know how to unlock it. Now, everybody's argument is always, Goten and Trunks are Vegeta and Goku's sons. Of course they would have Super Saiyan. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. If we're keeping it a stack, that's just ridiculous. If you were already a Saiyan and you're powerful enough, you can be a Super Saiyan. That's just facts. So we're gonna move on from that. I would definitely love Caulifla and Kale TBH to make up for the lack of females in the game. Just imagine their moveset in the game, even though Kefla was cool, but Kale and Caulifla would be better. Totally understand what you're saying here. I think these characters could be really cool in how they alternate and switch them out if they were to come as a joint character. That would be so dope. And again, the lack of females, obviously, there's not enough females in this game, even though there's a decent amount of Dragon Ball Z Super GT. There's a decent amount of female characters that could be added, and you know, they would end up being dope in my personal opinion. I will love to see what they will interpret or make a move less within Kale and Caulifla. Me as well. And again, the same thing goes for Goten and Trunks. I think this would be the best route to go. What I was saying earlier in the video, this would be the best route to go if they were to add these characters, is just have them alternate instead of it being like a straight up Android 18 style moveset where the character only helps. I'd rather it be like you hit a button and the other character can pop out and attack as well. And I don't want them to end up like Captain Ginyu as well. That would be really cool. Barry Slayer, if the trio to Dangers could make it, it'll be great too. Again, let's try, and when we're in the polls, let's try to stick with the characters that I have given you. I understand I say this every single video, but it needs to be said because we're having a discussion about the characters in the polls, not about other characters. The time that you put in to say what character you want, dedicate that time to this video here. I always ask at the end of the video, who would you want to have as the next DLC character and why? So just save that for the end of the actual video and not the polls. 100% Trunks and Goten, maybe they work like Ginyu or 18. That's something I don't want, honestly. I'm not a big fan of Kale. I like Caulifla, but I like Trunks and Goten. Short answer, Goten and Trunks. Yeah, totally understand. Again, I don't want them to end up like Ginyu or 18. I want them to be super like dope. I want them to have the most interesting move set as possible. I want them to literally just, you know, once you hit a button, they come out, you can switch in between them all. It would be really cool. I know Kefla is already a thing, and Gore or Gotenks, I assume, is already a thing, but it would be awesome for Caulifla Super Saiyan or like Kale doing something. I agree, buddy. This is a good one. I thought so too, man. Like when you really get to thinking about it, this could be really, really dope. Caulifla with Kale A assist would be sick. I feel you though. Let me get my man Kid Trunks for the Vulture. Hey, I feel you, blood, I feel you. Maybe Goten and Trunks will play similar to Android 18. Again, I think my idea is way better. With Kale as support, I only would want Goten and Trunks instead if the character was Mighty Mask, but that will never happen, so my choice is Caulifla with Kale. Oh man, Mighty Mask it'd be pretty cool. It'd be funny, I think, to have them as a character, you know, fighting on top of each other. It'd be really interesting to see how they would, you know, go about that. But I think that's a pretty neat idea. That's a really neat idea. Goten and Trunks, Caulifla, Kale. Some fusions are annoying, but when they fight separate, it's all right. But I'll go with Goten and Trunks. Understandable. The game needs more female characters. Understandable. So yeah, if they were to add Kale and Caulifla, that would, you know, fill a huge, you know, hole in the female department for this game. And that'd be cool. You know, I'm always down for more female representation in video games. And just like that, we're through with you guys' comments and how you feel about these 4 characters and how they would be added into the game. Again, I think these guys, either way, whoever would come, I think they would have the most interesting moveset to date within Dragon Ball FighterZ, simply because, I mean, it would be hard to balance them, I guess, kind of. I mean, Videl's doing, I was about to say Videl's doing all right, but I don't know. After the recent patch, she is doing all right. But I just figured, like, you know, not having a standard, you know, multi-hitting ki blast is kind of hard. So essentially removing Kale and Caulifla and Goten and Trunks' ki blast altogether would be different. But since Videl can do it, you know, with her Gohan, I think it'd be cool. Again, just being able to hit one button and get one character to come out and fight, and then doing it again, and that's how they combo with each other, would be so amazing. And man, I would foam at the mouth for that, if we're being honest. But anyways, guys, again, if you had a choice, who would you want to come to Dragon Ball FighterZ and why, for season 3 or further on down the line? As long as this game is going, there's always a potential for another character to join the game. So yeah, but anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please remember that God and anime are always on your side. Please come join the Bandit Army. That's all I got for you. Peace out.